Hey guys, welcome back to the Interceptor. We're here with another Alliance War video, and this is going to be Alliance War Season 61, War number 3, and AOH has matched up against RR. These guys are the old SGA Alliance, and they just changed their name as of this season, because I believe they just split from the main group. So, we have Node 9 Dark Phoenix, as I've taken every single war so far this season, and many times before. This is the worst one I've ever done. And I get horrendously terrible hazard shift RNG in this fight. Like, it is probably the single worst hazard shift RNG fight I've had with Hood. Because I'm about to get hit. I'm trying to waste time here, wait for my DOT to expire. I'm about to get clipped. But I'm still at 70%. And then I get 2 out of 2 hazard shift triggers, which is just wonderful. And then later in the fight, I'm going to throw an L2 while I have Fate Seal up. That's going to get 3 DOT. Right there. Like, bro, I had Fate Seal. How do you trigger 3 DOT on 5 hits when the chance to trigger DOT is only 15%? I don't know. That's absolutely insane. Like, that was... Like, sure, I got hit. Yeah, I understand that. I got hit. I only lost 15% of my health from that 5-hit combo. Or 6-hit combo, or however many hits it was. The reason I ended that fight with such low health was because of how awful the hazard shift RNG was. Nothing to do with me getting hit. Okay, 10%, 15% of it was me getting hit. But I still average that, like, I'd say on average, I finished that fight with 75% health. So a 15% difference does not account for the 40% difference in health I had right there. That was just bad hazard shift RNG. So next up here, this is going to be Mojo. And I was honestly expecting 2 SP1s into SP2 to kill. It's not. So I would have needed to go for another SP1. We're going to start hitting right here, and unfortunately we get a really unfortunate trigger of the stun from our medium on the first hit, which completes the prompt. So right here I'm going to go in and go for the heavy, and I was convinced this was going to kill. I was like, okay, the fight's over, I can chill. It doesn't kill, it leaves him at 20%, and the difference and the reason it did not kill was because of the indestructible. I lost out on about 20% of my damage from 2 basic combos and 2 special ones. That's about how much damage those 2 would have done put together. So yeah, we just had to get to another L2. We didn't get many hazard shift triggers in this fight, which was nice, and I only have 1 more shocker fight, so I'm not complaining. I mean, I still walk out with 94% health, but yeah, I expected that to kill. I was shocked it did not, but that's fine. Next. Alright, we're going to path 6 in section 2 here, and we have a bit of an awkward fight on the second one here, and it actually ends up going way better than I thought. It was definitely the fight I was most worried about this war, but it actually goes very well. We have this Dazzler on the first node, very easy fights. This is going to be like 30 seconds, literally. Fisticuffs. None of Shocker's stuff is active. It's all passive. So both the stun and the physical vulnerability that he inflicts on the L2 is passive, so there's nothing to worry about. I thought there was a chance I would still have my Power Start 1 active when I went into this fight, but I didn't. It's my last Shocker fight, so I don't really care. Because, yeah, I mean, realistically, it would have just sped the fight up by, like, 5 seconds? Maybe a little more than 5 seconds. Maybe like 6 or 7 seconds. But yeah, we go for this L2, and I mean, she has such insanely low both health pools, like physical resistance, basically everything defensive. She has almost no defensive kit, so I'm kind of shocked they even place her, but whatever. Viv Vision. This is really awkward. So this is the node where you have to alternate your combos. And then it also has the power gain node when you inflict debuffs on them. Now, luckily, Hood does not have debuffs in his kit. Unless you throw a special one, but you don't want to do I'm not going to parry in this fight. I made sure to practice the heavy counter heavy, and it is 2 dashbacks, which is very easy. So we're going to do that twice off the start of the fight, and then we're going to get a third heavy right here. Oh no, we're just going to go for a couple basic combos. But basically the strat here is I know I'm likely never going to reach my special 2 unless I do like really weird combos, because I know Viv Vision cannot power drain you if you hit her with a heavy. So when I do my mediums and lights, I get power drain, but not on my heavies. So I am actually slowly getting up to 2 bars of power. And I think we're actually going to get there right there and throw the L2. When Viv Vision has an armor up active, she is Fate Seal immune. So I did know that going in, so I knew I couldn't rely on removing her armor ups. And then after that, I would be able to do my normal combos because I'd no longer be getting power drained. But she is immune to Fate Seal, so you would have to use an armor break champion. She's also immune to Nullify, but that's not what Hood does, so I didn't think it was relevant. There, she parried my heavy, so I was like, okay, it's a good thing I have my invisibility up. I mean, I did go for it in the middle of a combo, which is something I'd only do if I had my invisibility, so it's not like I was ever going to risk anything. But yeah, we got up to full bullets, and I'm going to walk out of this fight with 100% health, so overall, I'm really happy with how this fight went, and I was definitely not expecting it to go this well. There I get triple resisted, so not only did I have her parry my heavy at one point in this fight, she also triple resisted it, which is a 1 in 8 chance, by the way. The only time in the whole fight she blocks my heavy, she triple resists it, which is just wonderful. Okay, this one, we're going to play kind of the same way. Not in like the sense that we can't parry, we have to alternate combos, not all that stuff. We want to end this fight with 42 bullets. So technically I didn't need to draw out the Viv Vision fight as long as I did. I could have gone for a bit of a faster strategy. But it's important that I end this one with as many bullets as possible, because both of my next 2 fights after this, I will not have a single chance to farm bullets. The only bullets I'm going to be getting are from the knockdowns from my L2, because they're both fights where I have to just continuously cycle and cycle and cycle. So that's what we're going to do. Also, we had some really, really awful AI in this fight, where Sentinel just really did not want to throw Special 1. I was trying to bait Special 1 this entire fight. I think closer to the end of the fight, we're going to end up baiting out 1 or 2 L2s. There, my Fate Seal failed the heavy unstoppable, and there it did again. But yeah, we're just trying to bait Special 1, and he was just not having it. So I'm like, okay, bro, I will just hit you with an L2 then. And now I really want to bait it out, but nope, he's not going to let me. Yeah, I don't know what was up with this Sentinel, but bro really did not want to throw specials. So there, unfortunately, I did a knockdown while Fate Seal was not active, which means that the Ebb and Flow knockdown node is going to re-trigger, so he's going to get the protection back at some point. There I go for back-to-back L2s. I'm kind of surprised that I did that when he was so low with his health. But I guess I'm about to have tons of bullets get loaded back when this invisibility expires, so maybe it's not that crazy. There I was just waiting to make sure I had an easy heavy knockdown for when the debuff immunity passive was gone, and I did. So there I go for an L2. I think I'm going to wait here. Yeah, okay, so what I'm doing right here is I'm letting my invisibility expire to get those bullets back, because that's more important to the fight at this point than killing him quickly. Like, I would rather this fight take another minute, but I end with full bullets because of the nature of how the next 2 fights are. And we do end up walking out of the fight with 40 bullets, which is basically as good as you can do. Like, it's literally 1 knockdown, less than 1 knockdown away from the max bullets you can have. So we take that. Next up here, this is actually a really satisfying fight that I didn't quite expect to go as well as it did, but you're going to end up seeing, you're about to see what happens. This is Mixmaster node 40 Kindred, and we took America Chavez on this node last time, and it was pretty awkward, honestly. It took over a minute, and I was just playing that fight really, really slowly, trying to get as many bullets as I can, because in that war I had a rank 4 Lumatrix to take on Hazard Shift. This war it's only a rank 3. But Kindred is obviously going to reduce the duration of my invisibility when he hits into my block with a medium, so I had to be careful there that I threw my L2 after the first ending of the combo, not the second one, because if I'd waited until the second one, the invisibility would already have been expired by the time I went for my following L2, so I wouldn't have gotten my power steal. Here we're going to go for a SP1. I wasn't sure if I had failed the root or not. Turns out I had failed the root because it would have triggered immediately upon my special 2, or sorry, my heavy special 2? I forget what it was, whether it was my heavy or my special 2 that pushed him into the root phase. But I did fail it, and I just wasn't paying attention. I didn't notice that I failed it, so I went for that special 1. Completely pointless. That special 1 didn't actually do anything, and then overall all it did was lose me about 2 or 3 seconds on the clock, but that's fine. And this is the fight that the title is about, Lumatrix on 44. If you saw my War 2 video, I took a rank 4 Lumatrix on this node in 50 seconds, and I ended with 80% health. This is a rank 3 Lumatrix. The difference is going to be that in every single opportunity in this fight, Luma is going to be an absolute asshole with the AI. So Luma, out of absolutely nowhere, is going to throw multiple specials into my block, is going to randomly charge heavy to put the tracking up. Like, it's actually insane. Like, I am hard blocking here, L2 into my block. And then a heavy charge out of absolutely nowhere. And then another charge. Like, it was insane what the AI was doing in this fight to try to make this as worse as it could possibly be. It was actually insane. And then here I get caught on a dashback. Luckily, none of those hits crit. I land naked intercept, and then the tracking goes away, so I am able to finish the fight off with a heavy there. But quite literally, the only difference between that one and the Lumatrix I fought last war is the AI. Like, Luma just wanted to spam specials into my block and heavy attacks as much as he possibly could, and that was the difference between a 50-second fight against a rank 4 and a 1 minute and 10-second fight against a rank 3, in which the rank 3 ended with 1/3 the health the fight against the rank 4 did. Absolutely insane. So as soon as I got out of that, I mean, okay, there was no moment in that fight where I were like, what did I just say? Where I was like, I'm gonna die. I never actually thought I was gonna die, because even if like 3 of those hits on that last heavy crit or combo crit, I still would not have died. I would have been alive, and given the way I ended the fight, me being at 1% health would not have changed that. So yeah, definitely did not think I was going to die there, but made it a little bit scary. This is our last fight of the war. Kind of a nothing fight. We're going to take this slow. We're going to chip this down nice and easy. This is Deathless Thanos on node 47. Can't say I understand this. I've seen this play so many times. I've never seen it get a kill ever, no matter who the other alliance is using. There, I was not sure if that was going to push into the protection phase, and it ends up that it didn't. I don't know what the point of that heavy there was. That did absolutely nothing. But yeah, we're just going to cycle all 2s. We didn't really ever in this fight get our rhythm down of properly detonating, like building up with basics and specials to the 25%, the first 25% phase, and then detonating through the second phase, and then you only have to repeat that once in the fight. And then there he gets the unstoppable, and I didn't actually know this because I've never seen this interaction, but if Deathless Thanos gets any unstoppable, even if it's not his personal one, he inflicts panic. I thought it was only his personal passive one, but turns out it is not. Turns out any unstoppable will trigger it. So yeah, that's interesting, I guess. One L2 away, and the fight is about to be over. I think we're just about to bait a dash. Beautiful. And 100% health finish. A little bit of a slow fight because doing the 25% quarters of the fight twice is definitely the fastest way to do the fight with Hood. So probably about 20 seconds slower than that fight could be, but not bad. We did end up losing this war. I haven't taken the screenshot yet to put in the thing here because I honestly don't know what the score was, but we did lose, and GG's to them. You know, they played well. They had the lowest death count we've seen this season out of either us or any opponents, so GG's to them. And we're now 1-2 on the season. I still have 0 deaths. My PSR is 24 out of 24 fights sold, or 100%. And my Deathless streak is up to 144 fights, with my main account having an active streak of 78 fights, and my alt having an active streak of 93 fights. So that is going to be all. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.